What's up, you guys? Welcome to my channel. My name is Yvonne Joelle, and I am really excited to be here. Too excited to be here. Like, I don't even know what to say. I got really excited about thinking about doing this video. I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel, like literally ever since high school when I first got into YouTube, but I always felt hindered by myself. Like, I hindered myself thinking that, oh, back then it was like, oh, you're too old. Like, most of these people started when they were a little bit younger than you, or you know, it's too late, or everyone's doing it. You don't want to look like you're just like hopping on the bandwagon. But girl, screw all that. I held myself back a very long time just with like negative self-talk towards myself, thinking that I couldn't do it. But one day I just decided, well, you know what if you gave it a try and you stopped, you know, putting all those thoughts of self-doubt in your head. So here I am, and I'm excited to be here. So let's get started. So my name's Yvonne. I am 24 years old. I currently work as a RN in the intensive care unit, which is very exciting and challenging and thrilling and frustrating all at the same time. But I really enjoy my career. It really is a challenge for me, and we're going to talk about that a little bit in this video today because I got quite a few questions about my career. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump into it. So first question, where are you from? So this is always a tricky answer when I answer this question. So I was born in Indianapolis, Indiana, but I was raised in Fayetteville, North Carolina. We moved to Fayetteville, North Carolina when I was like 6 years old. So I kind of claim Fayetteville. Like, Fayetteville is where I grew up. It's where a lot of my family is. It's where I actually, you know, I know the town. I went to elementary, middle, and high school there. So I'm from Fayetteville. The long answer to that, I'm from Fayetteville. So what made you choose nursing? So nursing wasn't an obvious choice for me in the beginning, and I feel like for most people it is. A lot of people seem like they know from birth, I want to be a nurse. It didn't quite happen like that for me. So actually when I graduated high school, I wanted to go into fashion. I wanted to be a fashion buyer for like retail, but my parents weren't really feeling that. They felt like I had much more potential than that. Not to knock fashion buyers, because I still think it's an awesome career. I think it would have been fun to do, and I think with a little bit more support, I possibly would have been able to make it pretty far in that career. But anywho, that's neither here nor there. Anywho, so coming into college, I wasn't really exactly sure what I wanted to do. But then I was just kind of thinking back to like, what are you good at? So I was always good in science. There was a couple experiences in my life that kind of told me nursing might have been for me. So the main thing is, when I was in high school, my mom got really, really sick, and she had like stage 4 liver disease at the time. So it was a very trying time during that time. I think this was sophomore year to junior year of high school. She was really ill. She was in and out of the hospital constantly, and had a few near-death experiences. Also during that time, I was her primary caregiver. At the time, her and my dad were not together. So I was her primary caregiver, and I mean, spending nights in the hospital, going there every other day. It was the nurses who we saw the most. It was the nurses who helped out during that time the most. You know, they were there for my mom. They were there for me. They gave her the best care that they could, and those are the people that had the most impact on me. So when I was in college and I was just kind of thinking back to that experience and in my life, it really just made me look at nursing. I'm like, okay, like, I'm good in science. I think I'm good with anatomy. And I had this really big experience that shaped my life, you know? And it sat with me. And so I decided to go on the nursing path, and I haven't been off since. Okay, let's do the next question. So, face routine. So, I just did a get ready with me video, and in that video, I kind of recorded my face routine. So, I'll be looking forward to posting that soon. Okay. So, let's see. Next question. How are you enjoying life as a nurse? I'm enjoying life as a nurse, okay? So, like I said, I work in the intensive care unit. It's the unit I always wanted to be on. I knew exactly out of college that I wanted to be in an intensive care unit. So I was super hyped when I got the opportunity to do what I always dreamed of doing. So far, I'm enjoying it. It's literally something new to learn every day. It's a new challenge every day. Of course, there are some days that are better than others, but I mean, I really enjoy what I do. And what I love about nursing so much is that there's so many different avenues that you can take. So right now I'm a critical care nurse, but I have so many different ways to expand upon my knowledge. I can go back to school, which I do plan to do, but that's a later question. So I could go back to school, I can get into education, I can get into advanced practice nursing, I could start a business for myself. I mean, there's really just endless possibilities. So that's really what I like about the profession. I mean, there's no right or wrong way to go about it. So far so good. Let's see, where's your first? How has your life as a nurse been with COVID-19? So right now it's almost normalized into my life. At first, it was really, really stressful. It was very stressful. And I mean, everybody was feeling it at work. It was so stressful because, one, we're dealing with this global pandemic that nobody really has that much information about, right? So we don't really know how it spread at the time. We don't really know what risk it posed to our loved ones and ourselves, you know? So it was very stressful. I mean, literally every single day, policies and procedures within the hospital were changing, you know, how you handle these patients, how you dress when you're going in the rooms with these patients, what medicines work best, or what you should use, which medications you should use over others, you know, for these patients. It was literally like new information every day, like something different every day. So it was very stressful at the time. And then, you know, just not knowing, like, is it on my clothes? Like, am I safe to go home? You know, am I giving this to my family members? Or not being able to see your family. For me, I didn't even go home. I still haven't been home since like January. Just because I've been afraid to, if I do have it and I don't know, to give it to my family. Like, that would be the worst thing ever. But I am going home tomorrow. But it's been a long time. It's been months since I've been home, you know, just because of this virus. So at first it was very, very, very difficult. A lot of fear, a lot of anxiety, a lot of frustration with the changes and just the workload and having to deal with these feelings of sadness because, you know, it's like you go from being this open unit where anyone can come visit, you know, family members can come see their loved ones, to having to be completely closed off to the outside world, not allowing family to come in and see their loved ones during the most challenging times in their lives. You know, that was really stressful and really hard on us as nurses. So it has definitely been hard at times. It still continues to be hard at times, and but I think that we're learning more about it. Now it's been a couple months since the beginning, so like we've learned more about it. We are a little bit more better equipped against it, and it's kind of, I'm not saying that it's getting easier, but it is more normalized than when it was when it first started. So I mean, yeah, it's been a challenge, but I think we're starting to see better days. I'll say that. So yeah, let's see what else. So I already talked about, so why did you become a nurse and what's next? So my main reason for becoming a nurse is pretty much I owe it to my mom. I owe it to that experience that I had with her back in high school, having to take care of her and being in and out the hospital with her. That really shaped and molded me in a way that I didn't understand at the time, to want to help others in the way that I do now. So thank you, Mom. I mean, I know it was unfortunate circumstances at the time, but she came out on top, and it was all the nurses and doctors, of course, and everyone else who was in her life at that time, helping her go through that, who impacted me and molded me into becoming the nurse that I am today. As far as what's next, so I do plan on going back to school in the near future. I want to go back and become a CRNA. That stands for Certified Registered Nurse Anesthetist. It's basically the person that puts you to sleep before surgery. So I would administer anesthesia and put patients to sleep before surgical procedures and monitor them while they're getting surgery. So that's my end goal. There's a few things that I need to do before I get there, but we're heading on the right path, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited to go back to school, and hopefully we get on that in the near future. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated on that. Okay, so next question. How is it living with your spouse? I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing. Okay, here's the question. How is it living with your spouse, and what was the transition like? Girl, can you tell by the way I'm laughing? That transition, honey, was rough, okay? It wasn't like, it was rough. Okay, so let me tell you why. So when you're not used to living with somebody, honey, you got a lot to learn, okay? Like, a person's quirks, how they clean or don't clean, or like certain habits that they have that you might not like. I don't know. It was a learning experience, because it's kind of like, now you're sharing a space with somebody. You have to learn, like, you have to like relearn how to live with somebody. It's like, you know, I've had roommates in the past and stuff, but it's just so much different from like living with a spouse. So, and me and Taylor, we kind of like go at it a little bit. We kind of like bicker a little bit in the beginning about little things, like certain habits that he had that I didn't particularly care for, and vice versa. But the transition in the beginning was a little was challenging for sure, not even gonna lie. But you know, you just work through it, you compromise, you kind of like learn to accept their quirks, and you know, just deal with it. and they do the same for yours. And where you can make some changes, you do. So now it's a lot better. I'm sure he still has some things that he doesn't necessarily approve of that I do. And you know, I have mine too, but you know, we work through it. I think it would be funny to get his take. Let me see. Taylor. Okay, so the question is, how is it living with your spouse, and what was the transition?
Oh, damn. Okay. It's fun.
It's
like,
was it?
The beginning?
Yeah, was the beginning fun? You can be honest.
Like the first week was like a honeymoon phase. The second week it got real. Third, like the second month, I thought this shit was done.
No, that's true though.
Third month we bounced back though. We came back strong. You know, the devil was on the nigga's shoulder. You feel me?
Shut up.
This nigga's shoulder. You feel me? You can see it was on one. I think it was just tough for her, you know, to adjust to real life now, you know, and she had like a weird ass schedule. It was like 30 shift or some shit that she be working, so yeah, she had a tough time. But the relationship part, it was a grown experience, I guess. It's a big transition.
It was a big transition. I definitely think it was tough because, I mean, we've had roommates, but we never really lived with someone.
You don't have to go to sleep with your roommate. Like when you mad at them, you just go to your room. But like when we were mad, like I had to sleep next to you, and that shit. Oh my god. You ever slept next to somebody who don't like you? That shit uncomfortable, dog. You gotta face them the whole night because they might slap your ass. Like,
oh my god.
Come to think about it, I did wake up a couple weeks like after our argument, sore as a motherfucker, and I was questioning cause like for real, she was beating my ass. I felt like, but tugging for blankets, nigga, with attitudes and shit. Don't want to touch you. You know, you be crossing legs with people. They don't want to touch you. Like I know you come over here at this time, but you're not coming. Like it's weird. It's so weird.
Oh my goodness. No, that's really funny. Well, how is it now?
Now?
Do you think we've adjusted well?
I mean, we talking on this camera, so I think we've adjusted well. It's been pretty cool. Can't complain now.
Do I have, like, what are the quirks that you don't like that I do?
You tickle me. I hate being tickled. And this motherfucker tickles me non-stop, bro.
Well, okay, not like that, but like around the house.
You tickle me around the house.
Okay.
Non-stop. That shit makes me mad.
That's funny. Okay. Well.
Oh, should I tell them how my life has been as a nurse with COVID-19 or as a doctor?
No.
I'm a doctor, you guys.
No, it's okay.
It's been rough,
okay,
man.
Thank you.
It's been rough.
Thank you.
Damn. Damn.
Thank you, sir. All right, so as you can see, things are good now. But yeah, in the beginning it was rough, but we made it through, and that's all that matters. Let's see, why did you become okay, I already answered that. So I think I pretty much made it through like the questions that I had. I think I'm gonna make a separate video about like my diet and my workout routine. I'm still growing with that, but I mean, I got a couple questions about diet and workout, so I'll just touch on it a little bit because it's 7 o'clock and I need to go. But so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be bringing you more content similar to this, centered around my lifestyle, beauty, travel. So if you're interested in any of those things, stick around, hang out with me, get to know me, you know, follow me around in my life. And yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a dope experience. All right, you guys, until next time, bye.